Most people don't want their problems to be fixable. They say des complaints des hauts, but the more step back. Because if it can be fixed, then it's on them. There's a certain kind of person. You've seen them before. Car breaks down, middle of nowhere. Cold wind or brutal heat. No phone call, no panic. They pop the hood. And then something strange happens. Their face changes, not stress. Not anger, something quieter, almost relief. Like the world just got simpler, because for them, this isn't a problem. This is a place they understand. It never started with the car. That's the first thing to get straight. The car is just the surface. Just metal, bolts, wires, noise. The real thing happens underneath, in a driveway. En concrète. En terre back, staring up at a machine that won't cooperate, grease on their arms, a tool slipping, time stretching, and a problem that refuses to be solved quickly. That's where the shift happens, not in school, not from a video, but right there, in the friction. Because when you stay with a machine long enough, you stop seeing parts. You start seeing patterns, a sound that doesn't belong, a vibration that feels off, a smell that wasn't there yesterday. You build a map in your head, not with words, not with theory, but with contact, hands, eyes, time. Most people never build that map. They outsource. Something breaks, they find someone. Something fails, they ask someone, and that's fine. But a small group of people made a different call. They decided this thing can be understood, not perfectly, not instantly, but eventually. And that decision, it wasn't about engines. It was about reality, because here's where things split. Most people live in a world that feels slippery. You do the work, maybe it pays off, maybe it doesn't. Nothing is clean, nothing is certain. So people adapt. They start relying on opinions, authority, consensus. But the person under the hood doesn't get that luxury, because the engine doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care how confident you sound. It only responds to one thing: accuracy. Either the bolt is seated, or it isn't, and over time, that does something to a person. It hardens a certain part of them. In a réel way. They start trusting what they can touch, what they can test, what they can prove through effort. Ask them how they knew something was wrong. They won't give you a speech. They'll pause. It just felt off, and that's not ignorance. That's precision, because their knowledge doesn't live in sentences. It lives in repetition, in mistake. In that exact moment when a bolt tightens and suddenly stops, clean, final, right, but from the outside it looks like stubbornness. Like they think they know better than everyone else. What you're actually seeing is someone who has learned that sometimes the expert is wrong, the manual is incomplete. And reality only reveals itself to the person willing to stay longer than everyone else, and that creates tension. Because the modern world runs on speed. Quick answers, shortcuts, good enough, but mechanical work doesn't bend like that. You can't rush torque. You can't skip sequence. You can't fake alignment. Cut a corner and it comes back, worse, every time. So these people learn something most don't, that some things have their own timeline, and you don't get to argue with it. That lesson leaks into everything. Work, relationships, decisions. They don't chase quick wins. They don't trust easy answers. They get suspicious when something sounds too smooth, because they've lived the alternative. They've felt what happens when you rush something that needed time. And there's another layer. A lot of them didn't learn this alone. It was a garage, a Saturday afternoon, someone older, saying very little, just handing over tools, watching, waiting, no lectures, no big juste présence, en de pressure. Try it. No, not like that. Again, and what was being taught wasn't just mechanics. It was how to stay, how to sit with something difficult without walking away. The car was just the excuse. The real lesson was don't quit when it gets frustrating. That kind of learning sticks. Deeper than instructions ever could. Because it's tied to memory, to people, to moments that mattered. That's why they remember their first car like it was part of their story. They see the confidence and think it's about cars. They see the independence and think they just don't want help. But underneath, something else is running. What these people actually built was control, not over everything, but over themselves. They learn it through repetition, failure, and success that effort matters, that attention matters. That, if you stay long enough, things change. Strip away the labels, and it's simple. They believe I can figure this out, not because someone told them, but because they've proven it to themselves, again and again. En daguin. When something breaks in their life, they don't freeze. They don't wait for permission. They don't immediately look for someone else. They step closer. They look longer. They try, fail, adjust, try again. It doesn't mean they always win. It means they don't hand over control before the fight even starts. In most of life, you don't get clear answers. But in a garage, truth is brutal and clean. The engine either runs or it doesn't. No opinions, no politics, no ambiguity. For someone living in a world full of noise, that kind of clarity is addictive. That's why they go back. Not just to fix things, but to reset. Because when everything else feels out of control, the machine gives them something rare, a problem they can face, a system they can understand. So when you see someone disappear into a garage on a hard day, they're not escaping. They're rebuilding something, piece by piece. Not the car, themselves. And that brings us back to that moment. Car broken. Hood up. Silence. Most people step back. They wait. They hope someone else shows up. But a few step forward. Not because they're fearless. Not because they're smarter. But they learned that problems go away when you're willing to get your hands dirty. So here's the question, not about cars, not about engines. What's sitting in your life right now? Hood up, broken, waiting? And be honest, are you standing there? Or are you still waiting for someone else to step in and fix it?